very first part of this lesson is converting when they give you like a real life scenario. So here it says find the perimeter in feet and in yards. So the nice thing about this is we are getting to work with feet and yards are both US. So our conversion between feet and yards, well, we have 3 feet equals 1 yard. Or reversed, you could say 1 yard equals 3 feet. Okay, so those are the same. Okay, so here it says find the perimeter in feet and yards. Well, the nice thing is the feet are going to be easy. Perimeter is adding around the outside. So 9 and 15 and 12. So 15 plus 12 would give me 27. Plus 9 would give me 36. So I just found out that I have 36 feet. And I need to convert that into yards now. So now I'm going to use one of my conversions. So I have 36 feet equals blank yards. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use this first one, and it wouldn't matter which one you used because they'll end up setting each other up exactly the same. Because we are US to US, they're perfect numbers. So the reason I chose this one is because feet was stated first, and so it was also here. So here's where I'm going to put my 3 feet because I remember I'm going to match, and then my 1 yard here. And now I'm going to cross multiply. 1 times 36 is 36, and then divide by the third number. So 36 divided by 3 would give me 12 yards. So you should get 12 yards for this one. So the feet was 36 feet, and the yards converted into 12 yards. So here we got to work US to US. Okay, they won't always do that, but in this case they did. Okay, so let's try another one. We're going to go through a circle this time. So we have to remember perimeter of a circle. And once again, we're going to do feet to yards, so I'll leave those conversions up there. And our formula for the perimeter of a circle, also known as the circumference. The circumference of a circle. Well, pi r squared sounds like area to me, but when you need circumference, just use pi d. Okay, so there's our formula for circumference. Okay, so which is the same as perimeter. So we're going to go through and we're going to figure out in feet, or in we'll start with yards because that's what it started with. So our circumference is going to be pi times diameter. Now this is our diameter. The diameter is the whole distance across, and I always remember that because if I were to connect these two lines, they look like a D if I were to turn that on its side. So I know that that's my diameter. Okay, so I'm going to substitute in where I have D here, my 8, and then I've got pi times 8 for 8 pi. But we're going to go ahead and get the actual answer. So for pi, we're going to use 3.14. So 3.14 times 8 gives me 25.12. So 25.12, and the label was yards right now. So that's how many yards we have, and we now want to convert that into feet. So they gave us the answer in yards. We now have to change it into feet. So that many yards equals blank feet. All right, so let's go ahead and set up our little comparison ratio or our proportion. And this time I'm actually going to use the second one. Like I said, it wouldn't matter if I used the other one. I just happened to write both of them out. So because yards was stated first here, I'm going to go ahead and use this one. And if I use the other one, guess what? We're matching units anyway, so it would end up flipping it around anyway. So 1 yard, because I'm matching units here, equals 3 feet. Now we're going to cross multiply and then divide. So when we cross multiply, it's going to give us 75.36, I think, but I'll double check myself. 3 times 25.12 gives me 75.36. That's some pretty good mental calculation there. So I just got 75.36 feet. So there's my feet, and my yards were 25.12, so they're already there. Okay, and yes, we would normally divide by the third, but that was a 1 anyway, so I didn't have to do the division part of it. Okay, so I'm going to pull the next one out, and you're going to go ahead and work through it. And then, so pause your video and then check back. So here, you're once again going from Yards you're going to convert into feet. So remember, perimeter is your entire distance around this. So the whole distance around. So remember, when you do that, you have to include these two sides, which are the same as what you already see. So go ahead and pause your video, and you're going to go through and find your answers for yards and feet on this one. Okay, so you should have ended up with 11 yards. And then when you used your conversion, that turned into 33 feet for the perimeter. Okay, hopefully you picked up okay on this one. We've been trying to hit this hard in bell ringers lately, at least. So hopefully you'll continue to progress through. And tomorrow will be a little bit more difficult in the second part of the lesson because we're going to work with converting when we've got area and volume.